Congratulations for making one of the biggest steps to improve your health and your well-being. So whether you're here on a medical journey to reverse, prevent, or manage lifestyle-related medical conditions, or you simply want to feel better, have more energy, and lose weight, or maybe you're on a journey to managing stress, improving self-esteem, and improving self-confidence, we're really excited to support you. The goal of this video is to teach you how the phone app works. Now, like any technology, it isn't perfect, but we tried and tested lots of tools over the years and we found that this one is the best. All of our communication is going to be kept inside the app. Other than your weekly check-in, which will arrive to you via email, all the responses and things will be kept inside the app just to keep a clear paper trail. Now, with that said, this app isn't perfect. There are lots of tools in the app we won't be using, one of which is nutrition tracking. Because at Nourish, our goal is to help you to learn how to eat mindfully and intuitively rather than counting calories or relying on numbers. The goal is for nutrition to become second nature and just part of what you do. So please don't connect things like MyFitnessPal. Please don't feel you need to take pictures of food or track calories because we're going to teach you how to do that a different way. So this is the dashboard of the app. In the app, you'll see that it shows you steps, it shows you sleep, it shows you weight, body fat, photos, calorie intake, da 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 da. As I said earlier, we're not going to focus on the calorie intake, and you can just overlook this sleep bit that says I got 28 minutes. I actually take my watch off to sleep because the data is so inaccurate. I find it unhelpful. If you click the rocket highlighted in blue at the bottom left, it will always bring you back to this dashboard. So when it comes to photos here, you can add photos, and the goal here would be to have photos from the front, the back, and the side, ideally at the start and then at the very end. And when I say the very end, I mean the end of your first block, which is 12 weeks. Beyond the first 12 weeks, there are lots of different options if you feel you need further support. Sometimes stepped down, sometimes in a different manner, sometimes we'll refer you to someone else, but don't worry, we'll cover that during the time. These photos don't go anywhere, they're confidential, they stay in the app, they're for you. I don't even really look at them, to be honest. But sometimes people can't feel the progress because you're in your own body day in, day out, so it can be really helpful to take photos. Weight can also be tracked in the app, and we should take the weight fasted, naked, first thing in the morning. So if you click this plus button here, and then you click on body stats, then you can add weight at the very, very top, and it is in kilograms. So if you're not comfortable with kilograms, then maybe type into Google how to convert it, or you can maybe amend your scales. So you simply type your weight in here and then press save. And that will update your weight. If we click on body weight, we'll see the ranges of different body weights, but we can also graph it over time. So look, this is my weight over the last 3 years. It has gone up significantly. That's a deliberate thing. I was probably very, very lean back in August 21. But the other part of that is I had an injury and I have since been back training in the gym and building a significant amount of muscle. So although my weight has increased, my clothes fit exactly the same. The other thing we want to look at is measurements. So if you click on the plus button again and go to body stats, you'll notice that you can measure lots of different parts, and you can do left and you can do right. I would encourage you to only measure your chest, your arm, your thigh, and your waist. So that's one arm and one thigh. Now we want to look for the chest measurement, we want the biggest measurement of the chest, arm, and thigh, and then we want the smallest measurement of the waist every week. It's difficult to measure exactly the same part every week, but sometimes the weight's going to plateau, and therefore measurements are important because we don't always notice the change in our clothes. And as I say, you can graph these things. So you can graph waist measurements and things like that as well. So I'm just going to put a random number in here. And if we go to, here we go, click on body weight, and if you click the drop down, you can find different parts here as well. So if you click body measurement and we go to waist, over 3 years, you can start to graph it there. You can see that I haven't added mine, and actually I have no idea what my waist measurement is, so I'm going to take that 60 out. So I'm clicking around here and confusing you. But the other thing that I want to show you is your nutrition plan. So down at the bottom, you'll see a knife and fork. This will only appear once this has been uploaded, which is usually on the Friday afternoon. You'll get a message from my assistant to let you know that it has been uploaded. So once we click on this, you can click on view. The first page is your metabolic profile. Make sure you read all of this information. But I'm going to zoom in here to show you that there are some really important links. There are times when you may not get a check-in notification because of the way that email marketing has evolved. Sometimes I'll end up in your spam and sometimes it'll be completely undelivered. There's absolutely nothing that we can do about this, but these are your life audit questionnaires or your check-in questionnaires. So if you ever don't receive it at the weekend, there's no excuse for not checking in. You can click them simply from here, and that will bring you straight to your feedback questionnaire. If, for example, so it does close actually, which means that you can't submit it late. If, for example, you're going away at the weekend and you want to submit it early, then just let my assistant know or let myself know and we can make sure that we open it up early. There's also a link to the recipe ebook for easy access, just in case you need it when you're going about doing your thing. Maybe you're caught in the supermarket or whatever else. But if we go back to this, and not everybody will necessarily need this. So there may be some people thinking, oh, I didn't get one of them. It also goes through all your different numbers, your goal metrics, and then you'll see that there's a nutrition template. Again, not everybody will have one of these because everybody needs to be supported in an individual basis in a slightly different way. If you click the bottom left, there's a little box with an upward arrow. You can actually print it, you can email it to yourself, you can send it to yourself, whatever suits you best in order to be able to access it easily. So really, really quite intuitive way to do things. And then we click the bottom left to go back to the dashboard again, the little rocket. I would also encourage you to upload a profile picture. So the way to upload a profile picture is click the bottom 3 dots in the far right. And then if you click well, there's already a picture of me, but you can take a photo or you can do it from your library. There's also ways to connect your Apple Watch. We're not doing MyFitnessPal as we spoke about, but Fitbit, Garmin, whatever you have, you can connect that, which will show your steps and different things like that. We're not going to focus on this workout part and this diary part. What we used to do is we would schedule workouts for people, but what we found is it's actually more helpful to look at health in a much more holistic way. And then if you want to message me, all you need to do is click on my face and then we can send a message here. And if we click the drop down, you'll be able to access other practitioners, such as, for example, Raylene, who will also message you. So a gentle reminder that you check in at the weekend. The response will come to you in this phone app on a Monday, and then you're required to feedback by Wednesday, 12 noon. Otherwise, you get a black mark. It is so important. I cannot emphasize this enough to respond to your check-in feedback, because that helps me know where you're at and how to continue to support you. The people who get the best results are those that put in the time, the effort, the energy. They message me regularly, they keep me updated, they ask questions, they do their homework, they check in every week, they feedback. So if you have any questions on how any of this works or you want any support, then please just drop me a message. Hopefully this has been straightforward. Hopefully it hasn't been too confusing. And I'm excited to get started on this journey with you. Take care and speak soon.